Hello, beautiful strangers, and welcome back to another episode of Myth. When last we left off, seemingly seemed to find, a mean, nasty thing that Meto, the good old MC-kun, left in a drawer. And, well, we're in another Otherworld segment. A little fun fact about before I start. I have ale this week. Last week I had mead, this week I have ale, and next week I'm probably, unless something kind of, when I go to the grocery store, something there, catches my fancy, I'm probably going to go to not exactly local, but like a 20-ish minute away liquor store that has a huge selection of like wines and stuff, and get some more wine, normal wine instead of mead. I have ale, and it feels appropriate. A fun fact about me, I don't particularly like ale. I don't like beer for the most part. I like some beers. I like Guinness, particularly. I quite like Guinness. I have had, and I think it was a summer ale, but I don't remember from where or what brand that I actually really liked, like years and years and years ago. And this is okay. I would describe it as technically drinkable. It's probably not a bad quality ale. It's just I don't like ale, and it is cheating because it is a Scotch style ale, because that's the only ale that I could find in six packs by me. I could get other stuff. I think there was some Belgian and probably English brown ale. But they weren't available in six packs. They were only available in singles, and I didn't want to buy six singles because I'm gonna be drinking beer ale. I'm going to be drinking ale this recording session, so that should be fun. Which means I'm sure I'm going to whatever. I'm not going to be drunk, but I am going to feel vaguely shitty. Also, this is how this was whenever I loaded up the game. I think it auto shows the scene that you loaded from, or the line that you loaded from, so there's not much I could do about that. Without any further stalling, let's get back into it, shall we? Blood, dying, grief, fluid, dumb, beef, form, mass, slop, phlegm, meadow. Wait. What? Why did... Okay, I don't care. Never mind. I try not to think about that too much. Wing. Gorilla. Gorilla? Alarm. Munch. Hurt. Is this... There might be some little wordplay going on in Japanese that I'm missing out on. I don't get it. Oh, I see what it's doing. It's doing the thing where... Is it Shiratori, I think? Where you say a word and then they start a word using the last letter of the word that you said, and so they say a word and then you say a word that starts with the last letter of a word of the word that they just said. Okay, I see you, clever wordplay. Trap, pain, new, wrong, God, death, hysteric, corpse in full dress, shop, puke, eye, emperor, red, dent, tear, rot, tub, body, year, relic, chop, plug, grub, blood, 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 blood. Okay. I do like that it's behind the, oh, that's cool. I didn't notice that before. It's like a ripping tab. That's cool. I like little effects like that. Okay, quick load. I don't have any quick saves. That would make sense. That's cool. I like that the text is behind the text box, too. Well, that was an enlightening scene. Myth. Day 3. Before the search. Okay, I need a drink after that. At least that is my excuse. Yeah, that is really not my favorite. Good morning. I'll try to stop complaining about the ale. I'm sorry. I wish I had done something smart and say I drank a glass of my bottle, my fucking handle of rum or my almost empty handle of brandy. But those aren't setting appropriate. Anyway. Good morning. Good morning. Breakfast was already prepared. Shimon placed some glasses of water on the table in the living room. Where's So? I didn't see her anywhere when I woke up. She was up later than I was last night. Did she really wake up before me? I do apologize if I stopped to drink more than normal. I burned my tongue, and my ale is very, very cold, and it feels nice on my burnt tongue. She went to wash her face. And speak of the devil. She snickered upon seeing me. What? Nothing. She sat down at the table. I'm gonna finish making breakfast. Announcing that in an energetic voice, Shimon headed back to the kitchen, which left me alone with So. Man, such great weather today. Yeah. I took a sip of water, trying my best to ignore her nonsense. The sounds of birds chirping in the morning is so pleasant. Yeah. So said your little sister, Akari. Hold it. Calm down and think. Why did she know about that? She must have rummaged through my stuff after I fell asleep. That was the only thing that made sense, considering I went to bed before she did. Hold on, I'm adjusting my seat and my mic a little bit. Okay, that should be right. Mato? Yeah? I tried my best to keep cool as I responded with a smile on my face. So smiled back at me, so radiant was her smile that it was like she was one of God's very angels. So non-blood-related sisters get your rocks off? She was, however, a cool angel. Well, not that I believed in God or angels to begin with. Oh, at least she's not writing a thesis. What do you have to say for yourself, Mr. Tanabe? I do believe you have taken every opportunity to ridicule me up until now, my good sir. She knew she was the victor here, and the glint in her eyes suggested as much. So's a fun character. I can't say that she's my favorite because she's not, but I like her character. I like all the characters in this visual novel. This VN doesn't have a huge cast, but I like all the characters. I will admit to that now. They are all pretty good. Was I defeated? No, I couldn't let that happen. Victory was still within reach. Prove it. What's gotten into you? Quit creeping me out. Prove it. Show me some proof that I read something like that. You can't, right? Of course not. I have no interest in that sort of thing. So why would I own something like... Here's your proof. I ripped out a page. Oh, what's that? Lady and Shimon emerged from the kitchen with breakfast. Some scrap of paper? Perfect timing. There's something I want to show you two. I apologize. I endured the bitter chagrin of defeat as I prostrated myself before So. Haha. Delicious. Mind taking the tableware back to the kitchen? We finished eating around the same time. You say something, big bro? Never mind. I'll clean up. The reins of power had been reversed. I had to do something to assert my dominance again, and fast. Oh yeah, big bro? What is it, my beloved little sister? Please make some barley tea while you're at it. Oh, wait, let me correct myself. Please make some barley tea while you're at it. The heck is barley tea? It's dark and tasty. Never had barley tea. I was actually looking to get some unhulled barley to make some a couple months back. But the only way to get it is to buy it from Amazon around where I live, and I don't want to do that. I might check some like other Whole Food stores or something. I don't know. Maybe sometime. Barley? Why did that sound like it was something obscene? Whatever. I just tell Shimon to make it. She must have known what it was. I have some barley tea right here. It's just, fermented for a long period of, well, not a long period of time. Beer is not fermented very long, only like 3 or 4 days. Yeah. I actually have a book on homebrewing beer and ale and barley wine and stuff like that. Wait, why did I have to do this to begin with? None of this made sense. Get it yourself. I don't have time for your child's play. Child's play? I guess you're right. I am still a child after all. How could I ever be the object of someone's lust? How could I do something so indecent, it's so immoral as engaging in sexual acts? But Akari-chan, poor Akari-chan. Surely she's around my age too, and for her to fall prey to such lecherous daring of men. I'll be right back. She was babbling about how I shouldn't violate her as I made my way to the kitchen. Why in the world would I ever do that? Plus, that book was... I was gonna have to put some serious effort into correcting this misunderstanding of hers. I kept those thoughts in mind as I entered the kitchen. You can leave a tableware over there. Alright. I put the tableware down where Shimon said to. The tableware sunk to the bottom of the sink, which was filled with water. Oh, so they have running water in this village. Interesting. By the way, have you ever heard of barley tea? What? Of course. So want some. Do you mind making it? Alright. Would you like some as well? I'm good. I wasn't in the mood for a drink. Speak for yourself. Man, that cold drink definitely feels nice on my burnt tongue. Yeah, so I shouldn't make fried food too much. Oh, it never cools down as fast as I think it should. Anyway, could you come to the living room when we're done? I want to talk with you. I'm out searching for the voice? Sure. I returned to the living room after I finished that up. Did I mess with the levels on my... never mind. Yo, Meaty So here... What? And I'm Poppy Dee. Oh. I don't remember what these are called, but yes, I do know what this is. Together we're... Meat Popsic. What's going on? I'm leaving forever. Lady tried to make an exit, but I grabbed her by the collar before she had a chance to flee. Calm down, I didn't hear a thing. I had to lie. I couldn't let it just be me, the brat, and Shimon here. It's all So-san's fault. And we're gonna. You're walking around early today. She was surprisingly flustered. I nodded. It made sense. Only So would think of something so dumb. I told Shimon about the barley tea. She said she'd make it when she was done. Good job. That was hardly worth the trouble, but whatever. I didn't want to push it. There's something I want to ask you too. I wanted to know more about them. I thought if I could get them to give me some details about themselves, it might lead me to that voice. What is it? What do you want from old So? I should probably focus on talking to Dee Dee. Dee Dee, you said you don't remember anything up until now. Does that mean you don't have any memories at all besides the present? By that, you mean... Well, memory loss has different degrees of severity. If you remember anything at all, I'd like you to tell me. Like, for example, where you're from. Where she lived. If nothing else, that should be the most memorable thing for her. This greenery is our land. We are all brothers. No one's talking to you. Anything, Dee Dee? Where I'm from? However, she still doesn't seem to remember anything. Damn. I was hoping that would lead to a clue. Could there be anything else that left an impression on her that she might remember? What about her? Okay, then how about your family? My family? Yeah, any ideas? I'd imagine they'd leave something of an impression on you. They should be the people she spent the most time with. There had to be something. Oh right, this visual novel has a bit of a problem about not getting rid of the text boxes on the thoughts. Or not getting rid of the names on internal thoughts, but it's typically not too much of an issue. It's usually obvious that it's something that's internal thought, not spoken line, but, you know. Family. So whispered to herself. Something come to mind, so? Yeah. I don't remember. Riri suddenly spoke up. I ain't got no clue. Let's see. You were about to say something there, so, but... Okay. I was at a loss. It didn't look as though that was going anywhere. Well, just let me know if you recall something. Is there any reason why you're interested in our memories? Yeah. Why are you so interested in us, you lecher? Got it all wrong. I'm hoping it might lead to some sort of clue about that voice. That voice? Meaning? I guess I should tell them. It'd just be more convenient to have them know, as long as we're going to be living together. There wasn't much else I could talk about without hesitation. I told you I'm not from this world, right? Yeah? Yeah, no shadow. You might not believe it, but there's another world out there connected to this one. Wow, so science, much fiction. Oh man, that is memories. Another world? A world without shadows. The people who live there like me. So it's the opposite of this world. The people here are all shadows. Yeah, there's something like that there's nothing like that where I'm from, and while we lack shadows, they lack bodies. It's like the world split into two, a front and a back. Like the world split into two, east and west. Never mind. I've been quoting Metal Gear Solid 3 a lot in my personal time, and like real, actual life. Then again, that doesn't help that every time it rains or thunders, I say Kuwabara, but whatever. I'll let you guys be the judge of that, but anyway. Riri looked puzzled by my words, but I continued. There's a strict order to my world. Could you be more specific? Society there is founded on the principles taught by super-rationalism. Nothing pointless exists in my world. But you're here now for reasons I can only assume are complicated. You catch on quick? So what is it? That voice. Voice? Shimon and I met by chance, and I followed her. Something that logic of my society dictated should never happen. What happened next? I heard a voice that wasn't Shimon's when I was talking to her. Also, it definitely wasn't a voice from my world. That is odd. Riri knit her brow and thought. The reason I came to this world was to find who that voice belonged to. Both this place and you two are a complete mystery to me. That's why I thought you might have some link to that voice. I get it now. Riri nodded. Explaining things to her was easy since she actually thought before she spoke. I was grateful to have Riri here. Unfortunately, So-san and I are both suffering from memory loss at the moment. I promise you, that is the truth. But that doesn't mean I don't intend to help you. I'll immediately let you know if I recall something. Thanks. Sorry for the wait. Shimon showed up at a good time. Have a seat. I wasn't sure why I gave her a friendly invitation to sit, but she didn't object. Lily hung her head, seemingly in thought. So, on the other hand, was fast asleep. I think asking the chief would be the best course of action. That would require a considerable amount of sheer force of will on my part. But I knew that was the best option, even though my emotions were getting in the way. Are there any other choices? This wasn't the most efficient approach. No, not efficient. But it wasn't entirely without reason. It was just my way of avoiding risk to myself. Why don't we search the grasslands again? We might have missed something. Shimon's reaction to my suggestion wasn't what I expected. I think it's a waste of time. Why? Didn't you say that we should do that just yesterday? Well... Excuse me? Lydia spoke up. Is it wrong for me to assume that the two of you are speaking of your search for that voice? No, you're right. Yeah, sneeze. Hate sneezing. And Mito-san, you're reluctant to meet with the village chief even though he might know more about that voice? Am I wrong? You've got it. To add to that, and correct me if I'm wrong, but you're against letting Shimon visit the village chief by herself? Could you explain why that might be the case, if so? There's no reason to, or for me to. You've probably figured it out already. I wasn't going to get any decent information if I let Shimon go alone and have her relay that back to me. Numerous factors played into that. Would she be able to remember everything by the time she returned? Would she be able to explain the finer details? I doubted that she could. I'll go with Shimon-san. Shouldn't that solve the problem? Huh? Are you sure? I'd have no reason to worry if Didi went with her, but... Not mind, the village chief might be able to help recover some of my memories as well. That made sense. It was in her best interest to visit the chief. No one actually behaves in a way that will work against them. That's not true, but sure. Let's believe in fairy tales. Alright, I'll leave it to you then. Understood. I was lucky to have met Riri. I never would have been able to expect Shimon or So to handle that. I appreciate it. I gave her my honest thanks. It's nothing. Want to do something while waiting for us to return? I could have just waited here with So, but I wanted to do something while they were gone too. If you have no other plans, yeah. Then why not walk through the village with So-san? Any particular reason why? Not in particular, but I believe it would benefit you in your search for that voice if you overcame recurrent feelings for the village folk. You understand what I'm getting at? Yeah. Her implication was that I needed to get used to the shadow people. That might take a while, though. It'd be fun to stroll through the village with So-san. Or I think it'd be fun to stroll through the village with So-san. I really doubted that. Okay, I'll walk to the village with her today. Let's meet back here at sunset. Roger. Lilia then proceeded to leave with Shimon. She had a certain charisma about her and could take action when the need arose. It wouldn't hurt So or Shimon to learn from that. Not that they ever could. Their actions went far beyond typical common sense. No applying common sense to their actions didn't even make sense in the first place. Alright. It was time for me to act too. I couldn't let Lily get the best of me. I stood before the brat. She was fast asleep. You know, a thought occurs, and I don't know if it's true or not, but I kind of wonder if her name is supposed to... Well, no, never mind. That doesn't make sense. So I was going to say it was supposed to be something like Lily, but Lily is Yuri. So, never mind. Never mind. Get up, so... Yeah. We're going out. Get ready. Going out? Where? Nowhere in particular. We're just gonna wander through the village. But, dear, this isn't some lovey-dovey date. Hurry up and get ready. Oh my, how stern. She downed the rest of her tea and headed back to our room. I sighed, determined to get this over with as I watched her leave. And I think this is where I'm going to end off this episode. So, and next time... Oh yeah, I forgot that Didi has super long hair. We can look at various people. This is a little bit below shoulder length. So's is, at most shoulder length. And Didi is long. Long hair. I've had long hair in the past, but my hair pretty much stops growing once it hits my lower back. Once it hits my hips. Whatever. Anyway, and next time we are going to wander around town with So, and that is sure to be an event, I'm certain. Well, I hope to see you all next time.